Okay. Um, this is interesting. I don't like this type of music. Probably gonna take a risk. Give me a second. Can I pause this? Am I allowed to pause this? I'm trying to think. Can you pause this? No, you can't. I guess. Sorry for those watching this. Huh. Oh well. Okay. I guess we're going Chinese. It's traditional. Probably gonna get copyright strike. Would it let me know that it's copyright strike? Okay, what are we doing? And the answer is I don't know. I think it's more of a art blog. There's plenty of that. There's plenty of that on the internet. I don't really have art block. Just more like art motivation. Not sure what to make. I was working on a photo bashing, which I live streamed, only to realize I was in the wrong stream the whole time. I'll showcase it. It's right here. So I do use Affinity Design or Affinity Photo, well, the whole Affinity suite. There's plenty of software out there, but I've been playing with this for the last, I don't know, not Affinity Photo 2, because this is the second version, just recently came out. I think the music is really loud. Affinity Photo just came out last year. I mean, Infinity version 2 just came out last year. It's pretty cool. A lot faster than Affinity Design. The Affinity 1. It's kind of confusing just saying that. I guess version 1. And that's the only software I use, really. I just use Affinity. Everything else feels a bit clunky. This is more, to me, Affinity feels intuitive. It doesn't have the same processing power as that of Adobe. I tried Adobe before. It's pretty cool. And I think it crashed on me. Showcasing it. And might as well continue with Chinese traditional music. Yeah, so I've been using Infinity since 2018, 2019 actually. I made the switch because my cousin was using it and it's free. Not free, it's you own it. Once you pay for it, you own it. And they've been really consistent with their updates. So I'm in it for the long run. A lot of people want that AI power and all that shit, but I'm just here to just produce art. Not really in the industry. Nor do I plan on in it and being in it. Looks as appetizing as was growing up. Follow your passion and make money. It feels like you're killing it. So this is the original that I was working on. I photo bashed it. No, I didn't draw any of this. I kind of wish I could show the history of it, I don't think no, you can't. I didn't like it. I was just trying to draw a creature or the forest. It feels weird. The lighting is all off. I know the lighting hits it from the head, but other than that, it doesn't feel right. Do I want to fix it? Maybe, I guess. But we're gonna do another one just to showcase what photo bashing is, since I can't get any creative ideas out right now. And I figured to go back to it, just practice it. Maybe we could draw this guy. Or maybe we just delete this guy. Alright, so let's start all over from the beginning. Maybe I could showcase the steps. It's actually pretty interesting how I did it. Hold on, let's bring all this out. So the original picture was really this. It's basically a photo shot of a tree. And then I pulled out a temple. And I wonder if I could, oh yeah, oh I can't show everything, yeah. We'll do another one just for fun. I feel like a lot of people like, I guess if you don't want to think about it too much, you just want to play around with ideas without having to do all the extra work, photo bashing is the way to go. And photo bashing just means bashing photos. Bashing is like combining stuff and just playing, not playing around, but like, I would say like destroying it, destroying the piece in the process to get something new. That's what I would call photo bashing. So this is the original photo, and I'll showcase all of them without their, except for the lizard. That one I masked it and then I rasterize it. And it feels like the terminology is changing in the art world, or maybe photo bashing may not be what's the word, a certain hobby, but from my understanding, that's what people said about certain art in the past, like clay making, 3D printing, what else, knitting, that old art craft, but it's making a resurgence. A lot of art from the past is making a resurgence, probably because of technology, making it easier to access, or a lot of people keeping it alive. But I don't know how true that statement is for a lot of arts, like painting, oil painting. I figured that oil painting would be gone, but people still do it. So there's a lot of artists out there who have love for the craft in which they excel in. One thing I do want to make sure is if my voice could be heard, but I can't check that. I just know my voice is being picked up. I'm not sure about the music in the background. Let me see. I don't want to make it too loud either. That overrides my voice and it's annoying. So I gotta figure out, play with the settings. I think I'm okay with that. So anyways, back to photo bashing. I really have no train of thought when I talk. I'll be honest on that one. So the originals, I just wanted to make a temple, and I overlaid the temple on it and to see some type of texture. So you really have to, like, it's visual library. Like, you gotta figure out what exactly you're looking at. And for there, I just masked it on top of it. And you get this. So, okay, that's pretty cool. So it's all really, there's two things, perspective and texture. The more texture you have, and when I say the more you have, it's good to have two types of texture. It gives it like a painting feel. It's like it's two different, like you rendered it. The next, and once again, going back to perspective. So let's say you take away that. Let's say you take away that. So once again, two different photos. This one I did not mask it. This is the original picture. It's double layered mask. So just, it's all about perspective. So let's go back to the tree. So the tree is the main key shot or the main center of attention. It's like that's one thing I can't say too much about composition, but I use that as the perspective point. And if I were to use a circle just to give people an idea what I mean, this is the perspective shot, and everything else just I wish I could show. Oh wow, everything else was just leading to it. All eyes, you know. And this is a horizon line, so we shouldn't be seeing behind it. So the tree was the point of perspective, and everything else just follows. So if we bring back our temple's there. So once again, not too much a professional when it comes to explaining stuff. Just, you know, studying a lot of art from the past and modern day teachers on YouTube or just anywhere, or even reading books. Yeah. One thing I do with Photo Bash is just playing around. I mean, it really is just playing around. So once I got these two, I decided to bring an iguana, and the iguana I just played around with it. I didn't do the texture. I didn't draw this. Like if you zoom in closely, that's a real life texture from a real life animal, and I just overlaid it. So this is just me playing around, but I kind of got stuck because I don't know, I just didn't like it, and that's one of the reasons I want to get into better. Is I guess the problem is I'm a very line artist. I do a lot of line texture work, line art. Not so much, you know, rendering. I don't know how to. I can do some oil drawings at best, but I wouldn't consider that rendering. I don't know what, like, to be honest, I don't know what rendering. From my understanding, rendering is how. Wow, anyway, I'm just using that word, but let's see. What's a proper way of rendering? A work of visual art or architecture rendering, the process of an outline image using color and shading to make it appear solid and three-dimensional. I think this is the one what artists mean by rendering. You're making it appear like as if it was real, it was solid and three-dimensional. That involves like a lot, like lighting, form, construction, shape, weight. It's a whole lot of device, and some artists are really good at that, like just working from the basics and then building it up and using the lines as a guide, like giving it like existence. You're basically bringing it into existence. That's what I would consider rendering. And I guess we could talk about it like an ArtStation. I'll pull up ArtStation. Wow, this music is really loud. So this is one of my favorite artists from Guild Wars 2, and I have this like save as my go-to to go visit every once in a while to see how they do their stuff. It's a Theo. I'm probably saying it wrong and I'm butchering it. Theo Prince? I could be wrong. Theo Prince? Trying to think. Ends? I guess Theo Prince? It could be Theo Prince. I could be wrong. But rendering to me is something like, well, basically just going to ArtStation and bringing something into three-dimensional. It's almost like its existence. There's different ways you could do it, to each their own, but it's all really, if you really want to bring something together, is the lighting. Like, it really is, like, that's what makes something feel full. And not just that, what's the word? Geometrical and lighting is what brings something to life. So yeah, that's something I need to get better at. So let's do a new. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. I deleted that. Let's do a new photo bash, just to show people that you could play around with it. Once again, if you're confused the way I talk, or you think this is a lesson, no. This is just more of a, I guess, to hear someone talk about how what you're like. Hold on, another thought. How do I say this? I guess this goes out to all the artists who are bored. Not bored, but they're not feeling uninspired. Maybe they're feeling stuck. Maybe life's getting in the way, and they're kind of entered a repetition of habits that it's getting really nowhere. And they want to create something, or maybe they try to create something, which is me, and things didn't work out as you wanted to. Maybe you wanted to sell art and things didn't, didn't make enough money, or you feel burnt out, or you started projects and things don't work out. Things just don't work out. And this is that video for those artists that when things don't work out, doesn't mean you should give up. Just probably take your time and draw for yourself. Yeah, when I say for myself, I also say for myself as well. Draw for yourself. I wanted to get back into photo bashing, so let's. I have been thinking about forests lately. Maybe that's why I'm listening to Chinese music. 'Cause whenever I hear Chinese music, Chinese traditional music, or whenever I see tapestries like this, I imagine of mountains, and I love it. I don't know. It's very. Oh, I like this. I don't know, something about it is so serene. A green forest. It's my favorite color. Question is, we're gonna get the tree in the landscape shot. This already looks surreal. It looks like it's almost painted. I don't know if it's AI or I don't know if AI is even. By the way, I'm getting all my stocks from Pixels, so all this is free. This one's from Zhang. Wow, I can't even write it. Zhang Kaiv. Yeah. Alright, the next one. I really like this shot too, so maybe we could do a night setting. I really want to get the lamp in there. So with photo bashing, which is that one's really right. That there's cool, but it's hiding the tree. I'm not really going for a dark setting. I want to keep the lamp, but it's too dark. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have a lamp. Maybe we'll just find a lamp. That's the next thing. Well, photo bashing is just really playing around. Or maybe you already have an idea that you want to do and you want to create it. So we're going to look for a lamp that's in daytime setting. Something that's interesting and will stand out. Let me type in lantern. There's this one technique I learned from a French artist on ArtStation. It's pretty cool. I mean, we could do that too. I probably should do that. Because it will help. It's very therapeutic. Yeah, I'll showcase that. That's really therapeutic. So what you want to do is grab a square brush, or depending on what you want, or just grab any type of brush, honestly. For me, we're gonna do oil because I like using this texture brush, Impressionist. And from there, it's just, hold on, give me a second. Change your opacity to maybe at least 20 or 30. Make sure you're on a new pixel layer. And just draw straight lines. And overlay it if you have to. So just play around, let your mind be loose. Things don't always have to make sense. Usually when I see this brush, I imagine little spirits just traveling. Another thing that you could do is, let's say you're not feeling in the mood. And it's been a while. It's because I'm trying to remember exactly how he taught it. And I'll showcase a French artist right now in a bit. I'm just gonna fulfill my background. It's pretty cool how he does it. I'll showcase it. I have him saved. Give me a second. Oh, I gotta sign in. Not sure if I have done this already. I know a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people and showcase this. Let me see. Nope. Okay. My learning. So this guy's pretty cool. Here it is. Stéphane Woutha. He's a French dude. He released all his courses, and this is photo bashing, by the way. He released all this along with for free, and they're hours, but and this is the one practical composition, but it's pretty cool how he does it. He teaches you all this for free. Not sure what happened, but I guess he had a manifesto, and he decided to teach this to everybody. And that's a pretty cool manifesto. I do plan on visiting again. The one part I did get stuck on was, where was I? I finished the practical composition, but I tried doing designing architect in 2D, and it kind of threw me off. But the rest, I'm probably going to go into it, actually. Composition, because it's something I got to practice, really. I'm looking for part 1. Oh, right here. So this is the one I literally did, but I haven't gone to part 2. But part 1 is actually pretty cool and fun, which is what I'm doing. If maybe you don't want to do the brush and you just want to grab some shapes, you could do that too. Just lower the opacity once again. Make sure you're in dark, not a dark setting, but dark. Change your opacity to maybe what? Once again, 20, 30, somewhere between there, and then just start playing with it until you start seeing things. And I do this a lot. I haven't done this in ages, honestly. Probably go and revisit that video. And I'll be honest, my art block is kind of shot. I haven't really been inspired to create things. Because I was really trying to sell my art. And I realized it's really an investment. And I thought I could just pure passion it. And just see if I somehow struck gold. But it's the hard reality is it takes time, and not just time. You can't just say, oh, the longer I do this, something magic will happen. It takes effort and action. So art is a lot of doing. Basically scientist is not gonna get the, and when I say scientist, a scientist always has to create, what's the word, not create, figure out problems and techniques to finding a solution to either a question that they have or a problem that they need to solve. And same thing with art. As much as we want to think is a freedom of expression of yourself, I think that's cool. To each their own. You don't have to always, what's the word, try to sell your art. I feel like that's the age we're living in. And I think there's that message of follow your passion and people will pay you, which I feel like that's very, I get it, but it's very derogatory. I don't know. It's just, it feels nasty just saying it. As I talk, I'm just like playing around. I'm saying some cool stuff already. but no ideas are coming to mind already. So what we're another thing you could do is, and I'm using a mouse right now, and I know I changed topics. Oh, holy hell! Oh, I gotta rasterize this. I forgot. Give me a second, because I'm like talking and drawing at the same time. And I know I changed topics 3 times again. I feel bad for anybody that watches this on live stream or watches this in the future. Okay, how come these are not appearing? I don't like this. See, I haven't played around with Affinity Photo too much, but you know what? I was gonna switch to Affinity Design. As we wait, yeah, it feels weird just trying to market yourself as sell your art. I don't know, it just feels weird. Kind of wish things could just happen naturally and people will just flock to you. And just here's money for being alone in your room and drawing. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It feels weird too because you have to put yourself out there if you really want to make money. And the question comes, are you doing art for yourself or are you doing it for the appeasement of somebody else? Okay, why is it doing that? And I'm not trying. Oh, I'm gonna go backwards. Yeah, we could do that. I'm just gonna go backwards and delete. So yeah, stuff like that like makes you wonder the duality of, is this for society or is this for yourself? Oh, I like this. It's like a fractal. So just keep playing around until something appears or maybe you start seeing things. And if you can't, it's okay. You can just watch and just see some type of magic occur. Even though it's like exactly what I try warning people about when it comes to trying to sell their art. Sometimes that magic is not going to happen. To me, it's starting to look like a cave, but we're gonna keep playing with it. So there's a reason why I said always change your opacity. That's what I was warning about. We're gonna change it to again. And things don't have to always be finalized. You could always try to figure something out. Sounds like a cave again. Another thing you could do, because this feels very rough and squarey, you could add circles, because in life there's circles. So let's go ahead and have some circles. Once again, just change the opacity. And see what unique shapes you might get. I'd rather go back to doing this one right here. Just playing around, you know. Don't take things don't always have to be finalized. Oh crap. Or once again, you could just watch the video that I showcase. Just watch this one, Practical Composition Part 1 Abstraction by Stefan Wutha Richard. Pretty cool guy. Once again, all his courses is free. If you read his manifesto, it was pretty, I wouldn't say weird, but he had a very, what's the word? He doesn't have it anymore. Lame. He had a very, man, I wish I could. He basically, right here. I think this tells you a lot. He left the art industry in 2020 and gave it to the public domain, which is insane to me. To be honest, I don't know how I discovered him. I think he was. We'll look it up. He's a pretty interesting dude. Dude just went like he just said screw it. He got tired of the art industry and he had like this weird not weird manifesto, but I think he just gets tired of the way things were going and he just said screw it and he quit in 2020. And he made all his work public domain, which is what that means is, and it's what's crazy, you could sell it. He gave permission for everybody. Not sure why though. I think it's pretty insane. And I don't even know he had an Instagram. That was a long time ago. But yeah, and this is stuff where I picked up from, like his work. So I appreciate that, dude. Hopefully in the future I get to meet him and say thank you. I'm annoyed. Yeah, I'm annoyed right now because I really like this part right here. I see mountains in the back, but and I see a cave in the front. I see clouds in the back. Alright, we're gonna play around. We're gonna continue to play around. This time we're gonna add some squares. Just see what happens. Oops. I'm not liking what's happening. feel like we're seeing fractals of the magical universe. Like these are rocks floating. And this is the mountain in the far distance. Light coming from the life side. Darkness on the right. I'm probably gonna keep it with that theme. Oops. Once again, just what you see or what you think you're seeing. It really is having a visual library and seeing what pattern sticks out in your head. And just playing around with the shape. See, sometimes it helps to turn things upside down. And then changing the layer too. Don't be afraid to change the layer. I think that was pretty cool. Contrast. And then changing the opacity too. Don't be afraid to change that. Then he teaches other stuff where if you see stuff like this, you know, you start to see things. He said to overlay a picture of it. Like, he always recommends something geometrical. And that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna overlay. I already know what to overlay it with. Yeah. And I'm done. Let's see if I can find it. I think this. See what happens. Hmm. dark. Oops. Ooh, that's a good color right here, but it's so dark. Kind of wanted this. Rasterize and trim. Then we're gonna play around with the contrast. Or maybe we could find something else. A higher bright. Ooh. So like this one. I'm gonna go with that one. some reason it's not letting me. Probably because I have multiple shit happening. That or my computer crash. And I think I know why it crashed. Because that big picture. Yeah. Rule number 1. Oh no. Oh no. Help me. Okay, there you go. It's because it was a large picture. I mean, to me, I like this. It just feels very flat. I don't even want to continue. And my computer crashed. Neither does my computer want to continue. We're probably gonna save it here, but you get a rough idea of what photo bashing is, or just being abstract with it. Probably working it more. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Apologize if I have no... What's the word? Actually, I want to do something real quick. What if... Hear me out. We add leaves. Just for fun sakes. Let's just see what happens. Well, that didn't really help. Nah, it just didn't help. The leaves have too much texture. We'll just leave it like that. That's my roof. Just delete this. Then we're actually gonna increase it a bit bigger. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, I just grabbed the same picture. Oh. Once again, just experimenting. I really like this color dodge. That one looks pretty cool. It's like looking at a cave. Oh, that one looks pretty cool. So you're getting all... Actually, that's what we're gonna do. Because I have 2 ideas. Group 1, or part of a art experiment 1 layout. And then we're gonna do another one. No, I want to cry. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna hide this. Trying to figure out which one to do. Where was it? I think it was this one. Experiment 2. But I don't know. This one looks pretty cool. I really like this one. Darker color. Hold on, before I continue. I want to get the one with the most value. Most light and shadow. That was pretty cool too, but something about this one just looks cool. The darkness. Like over here, I really like this. Then I like this one, but I'm not really looking for light because we already got the light. Yeah, we're gonna go darker color. We're gonna card this Art Experiment 2 layout. So we're gonna stop right here. We'll see what we continue with this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and wish you luck if your art block stuck.